Hi, this is Cherie again, and I'd like to show you a couple of examples of steeks that I have from swatches. This is one that a button band was picked up along, and look how nicely that steek folds to the inside, and here's where it's been crocheted. So we have a nice finished edge there. Nothing else has to be done to it. If you want, it can be stitched down to hold it in place, but it doesn't need any more finishing. Notice that this is a nice firm edge, and that's what you want. A person might say, as I did when I first tried one of these steeks, that, oh, I probably like a bind off. I probably ought to be nice and loose with it. Not so. Here's one, the one I did, nice and loosely, and look at how it flares out. Here's the body of the work, and this flares way beyond it. So you do not want to make your steek nice and loose. You want to make it nice and tight. Look at this. The size of these stitches are almost all smaller than the gauge of the stitches in the work. The same thing is true on this one. Look here at how much smaller they are, but it has a nice firm edge. Same true here. Nice, look at this, much smaller than those, nice and fine. So make sure that while you're crocheting your steek, you keep it nice and fine. Just a couple other things about steeks. We encourage you to have an odd number of stitches. And as I look at different directions about steek and recommendations, some say odd number, some say even. The odd number seems to come mostly where people are doing a crocheted steek, because you're crocheting the stitches of the center stitch. You're crocheting the legs of the center stitch to the right and left stitches. See, here are the legs of the center stitch, and they're crocheted to this one over here. But when people have very sticky yarn, like Shetland yarn, and they do not intend to crochet the steek, then they use an even number, and they cut between the stitches, not down the center of a stitch. So think about that. This wool that I have right here would not do a steek that is not crocheted, because it's not sticky, and so it would not hold well together. The crocheted edging or the crocheted hold of those stitches is really needed in something like this worsted yarn. I believe this is Stonehenge shepherd's wool.